Not going to be going for that, so I'm guessing he's just going to do it with like adepts just to try and get some of those in. But
they have shade. They could just shade up the ramp.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That you could just do that. So it's like maybe he's not doing that at all. Maybe we're just overanalyzing this, and he's just going to walk up the ramp like this is 2010. Like I don't know. Because it really looks like he's doing that right now.
That would have been cool, but it is going to be the warp in on this side. The medevac has left, so he does not have those Widow Mines at home for the defense. And here comes Zoun up the ramp, takes out the bunker. The SCVs immediately evacuate. Some of them will fall. I think a little bit hesitant if he wants to fight with those SCVs or not. Does hold position at the top of the ramp there. And this CC is taking fire right now.
Dude, this is such a wacky build. Like, he's literally just brute forcing this up into the natural. He's coming on in, trying to kill as many SCVs as he can. It's right when the Widow Mine drop leaves, so that means they won't be home to defend, but it's also meaning he doesn't have anything back at home to defend himself. 11 probes getting killed off, and they both get out in the medevac. But can Cure actually defend against all of these stalkers in his natural?
Those are the dream Widow Mine shots there. Couldn't get any better than that. So many workers falling each side. Is this CC going to go down? He's going to have to push down and try to save it right now. It's so red, it goes down.
That's actually crazy that he gets the snipe off on the CC. He can easily just run away. He doesn't actually need to stay here any longer. The tank shot's definitely going to solidify that fact. That's a great pickoff if you're Zoun. Sure, you just lost a whole bunch of probes back at home to that double Widow Mine drop, but you just killed a bunch yourself and got the CC. You're forcing Cure now into an all-in position. Will he actually continue with that is the question, or is he actually going to try to make another command center?
There's no way, right? You'd just be so far behind. I know. He does have the Widow Mine to try and go for another round 2 of killing the probes, but this time, Zoun sees it. Okay, nice retarget there. Does get 2, but it's still not enough. You're against a one-base Terran here.
And Zoun's actually taking a third base. He feels totally confident with his position that he knows he can just take this third base with Blink finishing very soon as well. He'll have charge coming up. Cure is not going to be moving out for quite a while, I feel like. He's
like that, and even if he loses some workers to harassment, he can remake those a little bit quicker. This Raven going to drop as many turrets as it can, picking off some more workers, which is nice. We do have Zoun's army in the middle of the map, on the lookout for the push as it comes.
The move command in the middle of the army is a big mistake from Zoun, as he's going to lose a few stalkers. You actually cannot make these mistakes as Zoun, because he's gone for this fast third base instead of going for all the gateways and the tech much faster. It means his units are quite sparse. He doesn't really have that many. He's going to get a blink up into the main base, trying to delay and try to deny any reinforcements, as that's basically the only thing he can do with those stalkers. But this army from Cure is very large.
Yes, a lot of tanks mixed in there. 4 tanks, a Raven, almost 30 Marines. I mean, that's going to be very hard to deal with. He's going to have to buy some time with force fields, I feel like. You can't let him just run up the ramp here, but that's exactly what's going to happen. The probes just evacuate immediately. He knows he's getting a lot of damage in the Terran base.
Yeah, if he can force Cure into a totally one-base situation, kill off all of the SCVs and kill off some of the reinforcements, he can just kind of leave the natural and just hope that Cure doesn't realize that he took this third base. So he can set up a flank on that side, and he can eventually probe that up later if Cure either runs away, but he's actually scouted. He knows it's there in the first place. So Cure's just going to ignore it and just go into the main base, or attempt to. A nice force field will be able to kill a lot of that off, but the tank splash on the Zealots is equally as damaging.
This is so hard to attack into as Zoun. You have to come from 2 fronts here. That flank is set up near the third base, and the buildings start to fall.
The Templar Archives on the natural is even going to get killed off, so no more Archons is going to come into play here either. So this is going to be very difficult for Zoun.
Yeah, he's making pylons right now. He wants to get as many units warped in as soon as these gateways are off cooldown. Nice, his whole position in, gets anti-armor missile. That's pretty funny. Feels a little bit early. The fight's not quite yet, but Zoun is on the clock here. He has to make something happen soon. And now's the moment. He goes, charges in from the back, going to get on top of these tanks with the Stalkers. Archon Sentry finding the force in the main, and they will get picked up.
That was a massive force field to try and section off a lot of those Marines, and it allowed all the tanks on the left side to get killed off. So Zoun will actually mount a defense against this push, and that will put him in a very good position because he still has that third base. Since Cure decided to ignore it earlier, that means that Zoun now can resaturate it. Sure, he only has 25 probes, but he can just kind of play the long game at this point. He can just eventually get a few more probes out. It's forcing Cure to go mega all in, and now going for the SCV pull as well. If Cure doesn't win with this push, this game is over.
Indeed, but these SCVs make the push a lot stronger. He's going to catch the Terran army on siege in the middle of the map.
Oh, the
Kira tries to pick up, but they're all low.
Oh my
God. Gets out on 1 HP there. That could have been game over instantly. Zoun still in a very commanding position in this game, though. And here come the SCVs to try and help out.
I can't believe he didn't snipe down that medevac. An unfortunate misfire there, but will still allow Cure in this game to have another chance, but still getting flanked yet again. The charge lots getting on top of everything. The tank unable to siege up, and this is looking worse and worse for Cure as this game goes on. Everything has started to get killed off here, and Zoun is looking like he's much more comfortable.
Yeah, Zoun going to close this one out, it looks like, as the last Marines start to fall here. The Archon stays strong, even lives through that engagement, and GG is called. Zoun fights back in Game 3. It is 2-1 in favor of Cure, Gemline.
What a weird build. What a weird strategy.
What a weird game.
Yeah, that whole thing was just so unorthodox. Like, the way the pylon was positioned really did make